Man, we recently lost someone in hip hop, Mac Miller.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the death of Mac Miller?
It's unfortunate. Dude was talented.
Very talented,
was a great guy. I've had a chance to chop it up with him a few times.
Yeah.
And he seemed to, at that time have his head on his shoulders.
Yeah.
But people got to take care of themselves and stop fucking around. And take advantage of your successes and not let them take advantage of you.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because that
well said.
happens.
It does happen.
Yes.
It happens very easy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
When you get to a certain level, everything is so accessible.
And it's crazy because right now, like in hip hop, you've never had a death rate like it is now.
Sure.
You got rappers,
shot or
overdosing,
ODing,
or in the gun violence shit. That was always something that lingered in the hip hop world, because some of us come from that, you know what I mean? But in terms of the ODing and stuff like that, that's new, and that's due to a lot of the references to, popping the pills and doing all that shit, the oxys and the mollies and everything else that's out there.
You guys
right
ever
now.
get into any of that?
We used to fry hard, like on mushrooms and acid and shit like that.
Yeah.
It
Beard,
was slightly
weed.
different.
I can tell it was a great trip by Send Dog Smile.
We had a few great
when he
trips.
said that, I was like, yeah, we did.
Yeah, there was some interesting times. That's for sure.
There should be interesting
This guy right here, he had some mushroom tea one time, and he had an out of this world experience.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
That's all you gotta
No,
say.
that's not
It
the
says a
airplane
lot.
one. The airplane one, that's a different
Well,
one.
there's more than one experience.
Oh, we had many experiences.
Yeah.
I love that.
I like
love
the
that.
airplane story. Well, maybe one day he'll tell you about that.
Well, yeah.
The airplane story?
Yeah, well, basically, I had some edibles,
Uh-huh.
Oh, those are strong.
The
man.
little Chiba chews, and Sendog, he sees me and taking the big piece out. He says, "You gonna eat that whole thing?" I said, "I'm an extremist. I got this."
No, only eat a small piece. Bobo.
Before you know it, I was up trying to walk. I'm falling over people and everything, and then I go to like the middle part where all the flight attendants are, and I lay down. I kind of put my head down. "Sir, you can't be here." I said, "Look here, man. I'm not feeling too hot. I need help. I need some water."
I need help.
He said, "Yo, he said, do you want oxygen?" I said, "Yeah, give me that too." So, so I'm in there.
Give me two.
I'm there with the oxygen. The tour manager comes like, "What the hell is going on?" I just look at him like, what do you want? What do you want from me, man? Don't judge me. Don't judge me.
Right. Be a friend here, man.
Yeah.
Be a friend.
But imagine being in the airplane with oxygen tank and they're like, this guy just ate some
How did I
edibles
not
right
see this?
You
Where
were
was
sleeping.
I?
You were sleeping.
It was over, like when people were asleep and we got there. early in the morning,
Yeah.
so-
That was everybody was sleeping.
And the only reason I know, because we're walking off the flight attendant says to me, "Is your friend all right?" And I go, "Hell yeah, what you talking about?" But when I got to the luggage down there to get to our luggage, I went up to Bobo and I just curiosity said, "What happened on that damn airplane?" And then he broke it down to me. And ever since then, I call him the extremist.
The extremist.
yeah.
It's also a good name for a strain.
This is the first time I'm hearing this story. That's all.
Damn.
Uh-oh.
Bobo
It's an
was
exclusive.
an
It's
I
Cypress
was-
he was
exclusive.
falling on people
Exclusive.
that were sleeping.
I was falling all over people. Yeah.
Oh,
You were a liability at that point.
Yes, I sure was. Yes, I was.
Elephants on Acid drops on the 28th. They got Reefer Man. Muggs is dead, but he is alive. Band of Gypsies, that's all out, available everywhere on all streaming platforms. You guys are no strangers to hip-hop beef, you feel me? Does MGK or does anyone stand a chance with Eminem?
Ooh, that's. I mean, it's Eminem. I don't know if anybody stands a chance.
what I'm saying.
There might be a couple people out there, but that's Eminem. I mean, MGK is dope. I like his shit.
What'd you think of his diss?
I thought it was pretty good. I thought
Yeah.
he had some lines in there for sure. I mean, he
stingers,
did,
yeah.
he did his thing. But when you hear the original first diss that Eminem sent, on the new shit,
Yeah.
it's like, damn, he might not even need to reply. It's that fucking good,
Mm-hmm.
He shifted like fucking 4 different styles in one shot, and that's pretty impressive as a rapper to like disrespect you in 4 different styles. That's like killing you in 4 different languages.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Effectively.
Effectively, and the way the styles flip and what he's saying within the styles is just like, how the fuck do you keep up with that?
Yeah.
It's tough.
But they said he's coming out that he's gonna have a response.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
Waiting
does.
on it.
He doesn't really need to, but he's
Yes.
going to because he's that guy.
Yeah.
I think he
enjoys the
needs to,
sport.
and that's not taken away from his talent. This is just hip hop. This is a
hip-hop.
contact sport.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you think about how hip hop started. It was a competitive thing, like who
Yes.
could rock the party harder, and you know it transferred into different things, and then it went back to a competitive nature, like who's got the best songs, as opposed to who rocks the party harder.
Sure.
No, and then it went to battles, like I got beef with you. I'm gonna chop you up with these bars and shit. It's always been competitive. And it's always going to stay that way. And I think every now and then it needs something like this. As long as you keep the violence out of that shit and it's just, word play, it's just like, at a roast. Who can roast the fucking guy in the middle the best?
Yeah.
No one really has beef, but the fucking shit is hilarious.
Yes, it is.
And
yeah.
sometimes some of the shit being said is like, ooh. So if they can keep it on, the wax and it not get to, when I see you, this is what's going to happen type
Well,
shit.
it got that way with Nicki and Cardi.
That happened.
Yeah.
Heard about that, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what I was thinking, right? With
The
all the beef
extremists.
happening on the internet with all these rappers, the two girls are actually taking it to the streets.
Oh, yeah.
The two women are
The
saying
two
what's
girls are the
good.
ones that are with the shits. You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Yes.
The women are the ones.
And that shit is crazy because it's like, there's always been very little spots where women have been the highlight of hip hop.
Yep.
And now it's like that, they are like right there with the fucking dudes. That you don't have to have one queen, just like there's not one king.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight
There
up.
could be many. And there's a lane for each and every one of them, and all of them get love. So, why beef on who's getting more love than who,
Did you guys ever get pressure to have a woman on in your group?
Nope.
By the labels?
Nope.
To broaden or to go more commercial?
who?
By the labels? Or
No.
executives?
Not really.
No
they-
diss, sweet. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
listen.
No, I get it. But listen, we've
not
seen
at all.
Black
I
Eyed
mean-
Peas did it.
I mean,
I think NERD
Well-
tried as well.
well, we did a remix of I believe it was Bombidi Bye Bye or Illusions, one of those two with the Fugees,
Bombidi
and
Bye Bye.
that had Lauryn Hill on it. And later on, we had an artist. She was from England on this song called "Bitter" on one of the albums. I mean, we got
Stone
like
Raiders.
Stone Raiders
You guys remember all this?
because
think
I
that-
am an elephant.
But I think like if you started with the female in your group, okay. But if you didn't start with the female in your
No.
group, why even touch it? You feel me?
Well, because we weren't really making songs for like chicks per se.
chicks we were bumping it.
You were bumping it, but like like here's the difference, right? When LL Cool J, I'll just give you an example between LL Cool J and Drake, and let's just say
Right.
us, right? LL started in the streets, and when he hit that streets and got that respect, he had to shift and say, well, really, I need to make records for the chicks. And that kept him relevant for his whole career
Yep.
right there, because the
Yep.
dudes respected him, but he was saying something to the women, and the women
He knew his audience.
came in, right?
Started licking his lips.
Drake
Never turned around.
Drake took a page out of that book. He could have been doing hip hop songs for dudes all day because he's a really dope rapper. If you peel all the pop layers off, my man can get down.
Yeah.
But he realized the lane. I got to sell records to the women. So they make songs specifically geared towards having women be down with that shit. Our stuff was just geared for raw, rugged, like dark dark shit,
Yeah.
And we were fortunate enough to have women that were down with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Sony never gave us any suggestion like that. They might have wanted us to change up and do some friendlier songs,
Right.
but we never reciprocated like that. We're like, when they asked us to maybe shine it up and make it bright, we darkened it, And then
You stay true to yourself.
yeah, I mean, there's a couple songs that we did that.
Well, now.
Yeah, well, now.
Elephants with Brevi. She's on a couple songs.
Yeah, but those
Homegirl.
ain't songs necessarily like pushed towards women. I'm saying, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Fortunately, we get women that gravitate to the songs.
Yeah, because
Not-
I mean, all my homegirls knew, you know what I mean, the lyrics, and
Well-
we were going to the clubs and in the car, and we were rapping to it. So I think it was a certain type of women, you know what I mean?
Yeah, sure,
that
for
loved
sure.
it, that grew up in the hood and that understood it.
That love
Yeah.
that raw hip hop shit because
Exactly.
there was that. I mean, you know, a lot of us didn't know, and I don't even think the record companies knew at that time that there were girls fucking with that type of hip hop.
Yeah.
And you know, we were fortunate enough to prove that, you know, to them. So
Dope.
they didn't see a reason to change our format and try to soften up and make songs specifically for women if we were already appealing to them with these crazy ass songs that we're putting out, you know.
Right, without even trying.
Yeah,
Or compromising your sound.
And you
Sure,
know,
man.
Sendog is a very sexy dude according to you know people.
According to all of them.
That's right. That's
Cruz
right,
is
my
gonna
G.
agree because you're his twin.
That's
you know
right,
what I'm
my G.
saying?
You know what I mean? Cats like you and me, bro. You know what I mean? We got it easy with the
we
ladies.
had the, we had the power of the dog right there. You know what I'm
Believe it,
saying?
bro.
Buster's Mad Latino style on them.
Let's go. Let's go. Elephants on acid.
Yes.
Cypress Hill. Thank you guys so much.
Oh,
man.
man.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it, man. Elephants on Acid, the 28th of this month. Get that. Cruise Show, Power 106, #1 for hip hop.
Come on.
Thank you, Cypress Hill.
Word.